Hello students, welcome to another video on Physics Class 7. We are discussing the chapter Heat. In the previous video, you have seen about the different concepts relating to heat, about the state of change in matter, the change in temperature, how the change in shape and size happens, the different units of heat and temperature. Today we will be talking about the next important factor, that is the thermal expansion. So let us begin. Now students, you know that when the temperature of a substance is increased, what happens is there is expansion. And why does this happen? Because you know that matter is composed of molecules and they start vibrating. And when we heat a substance, the molecule, because of the vibrations that are happening rapidly, they gain energy. And due to this, the intermolecular distance between them increases, leading to the expansion of the substance. So you remember that hot substances, they expand on heating and they contract on cooling. And based on this, when we talk about the different states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases, you will see that gases, they expand the most. The solids, they expand the least. And also different solids, different liquids and different gases have different rates of expansion. So to begin with the expansion in solids, I'll give you a simple example, children. Sometimes you might have seen that you are not able to open the bottle of the jar of the jam bottle, and when you go to your mother, she puts some hot water on the lid, and as she, or either she dips it in the hot water, and after that she's easily able to open the lid of the jam bottle. Now here is a simple day-to-day application of the thermal expansion in solids. When we say thermal expansion, thermal refers to heat, and expansion happening due to the heat applied on a substance is known as thermal expansion. So solids, you know, they have a fixed shape, size, and when we heat a solid, there can be the length increase, area increase or volume increase. And in a day-to-day life, children, you might have seen that there is a gap left in between the railway tracks. Now this is to allow the expansion in summers. Otherwise, what will happen? If the two tracks, they don't have any gap between them, then when they expand, they will bend. And as a result of the bending of the track, there may be accident. Also, you know that electricity and telephone wires, they are made a little loose, so that during winters, when they contract, they don't break. And during summers, you can see them a little bit more loose and saggy. Even in the large bridges, children, one end is kept fixed and the other end, it rests on a roller, so that we give space for the expansion. Otherwise, there may be accidents on the bridge. And also, when an iron rim, you know, it is fitted on a wooden wheel of a bullock cart, the ironsmith, he always heats the rim first. This will lead to the expansion of the rim. So when an iron rim is fitted onto a wooden wheel of a cart, you will see that it is heated. So it will expand and it will become slightly large in size. And then when it is fitted on the wooden wheel and after cooling or cold water is poured over it, you will see that the rim contracts and it fits perfectly on the wooden wheel. Also, you will see that while constructing the cement roads and floors, the concrete slabs, they are left, a small gap is left between them, so that when the expansion happens, it doesn't crack the concrete and it can easily expand. When two metallic strips of different metals, they expand differently and they are welded together, they form a bimetallic strip. Bimetallic means two metals are there. And for example, if we have a bimetallic strip of iron and brass, the brass will expand more than the iron on heating and the strip will bend. You will see that more expansion happens in the brass side. These are the everyday applications of expansion in solids. Now let us move on to expansion of liquid. Now liquids, as you know, they don't have any particular shape, and when they will increase, there will be no increase in the length or width, but there will be increase in the volume of a liquid when it is heated. And this expansion is more in liquids as compared to the solids, as I told you in the beginning. Even water, it is an exception, as it contracts from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius on heating, and then it expands on further heating. So this is the abnormal or the anomalous expansion of water, and the volume is minimum at 4 degree for water, and beyond 4 degree the volume will increase. The density of water is maximum at this 4 degree. So also you can see that because of this anomalous expansion, you will see that the aquatic animals like fishes, they don't die in the water in very severe cold, because the organisms, they are inside the water, and only the top layer of the water freezes, and the water at the bottom, it remains at 4 degree, and hence the water does not freeze, thus allowing the aquatic plants and animal to survive. Also, the water pipes, sometimes they burst in very cold days. It is in that the reason being that the pipes containing water, they freeze and the volume increases, therefore the water pipes burst. So some other examples of application in the daily life for expansion of liquids can be seen in the expansion of the thermometric liquid. In the thermometers, you have read in the previous video that we are using mercury and alcohol, etc. And when they are in the liquid form, even a small increase in heat, you know that temperature rises and the mercury is expanding. Similarly, the water and the steam pipes, they often have a loop or a U bend to allow the water so that it can expand and it does not burst the pipe. So they are generally in form of loops. There are loops in between, or there is a U bend in these pipes. And then moving on to the last part, that is the expansion of gases. Gases, they expand the most, or maximum expansion is seen in the gases as compared to the solid and liquid. So if you take a beaker and you put some water in it and you tie a balloon, okay, this is a deflated balloon, and if you heat it, what you will observe is that the water is getting heated, the air inside it, the gases will rise, and slowly the balloon will inflate. Thus you can say that the gas or the air inside the tumbler, when it is heated, it is rising above and as it is expanding, and then you can see that the balloon is filled up with hot air. So the expansion of gases is maximum as compared to the solids and liquids. There are many other day-to-day examples of the thermal expansion in solid, liquid and gases. Like you might have heard that you should not fill a bottle up to the brim, and because what will happen, if it is heated after that, the water may rise and it may explode, because if it will not get space to expand properly, it might lead to explosion because of the rise in the level, because of increase in volume. I'm very sure you have understood the concept of thermal expansion and how expansion happens in solid, liquid and gases. If you know more examples of the thermal expansion in your day-to-day life, you can definitely comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching.